Right, guys. So today we're going to be ranking Danganronpa 2 students' main despair class trials here, and so let's get into it. So over on this side, I'm actually going to put the class trial in the background for one that we're on. All right. So this should be case chapter one in here. All right. This is the we'll put a random part on the background then. So case number one, fish bait. So, overall, right, no, we're not going to focus on that. No, let's zoom in on that side. Alright. So the reactions were 5 out of 5. The entire thing of, Oto killing Logan that nobody even expected somebody so close, so deeply so close to, him to kill. Because Oto and Logan were close, they're close friends, they were close buddies, they were close partners, the inventor, blah, 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 um, nobody expected it to happen. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, yeah!" And that's why the reactions are so strong. And the reaction to the first execution was also perfect as well. They're like, "Oh my god, this is real. It's happening. We just started. It's happening." The death. It was a 3 out of 5. I actually could have done some things better with this death, but I choose not to. Um, like when it shows on screen, really quick. Hold on. Once it shows the entire thing, like I could have added more stuff than a lock, tape, and body spray. Like I could have added a ton and a lot more than that. So, but I just didn't. I decided not to. The execution, 5 out of 5. It's 5 out of 5. It goes perfectly with his talent. He's the ultimate dentist. He gets electrified by a toothbrush, like as you see right there. Then he gets ran over by a lovely truck. Who doesn't want to die by running over with a lovely truck? And the part of what I love with the execution is that it just, like I said earlier in the reaction part, it just shows that this is all real. Because it's like, oh my god, what do we do now? Like, who's gonna die next? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna figure out the next one if we just figure out this one? What's gonna, it's like all of that. I'll just leave the education on in the background just for this one. The murder plan. Yes, the murder plan. I did just want to 5 out of 5. How Oto and Oto and Logan were gonna try and escape. They couldn't escape. Oto decided to betray Logan and just kill him. And then Oto kills Logan. And then Oto, actually no, we're gonna say this in a time later how it went out. They were gonna try and escape, but well, we already know that Oto then taped Logan to the ground. I know that sounds kind of weird, but okay. Um, and then took scissors and just went bye bye. And he actually locked Logan in a suitcase so nobody would know where his body is, and that's how it's discovered. But somehow it comes unlocked, blah blah, blah rolls off, blah 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 blah, and then You're probably wondering, where does the tape, well, not the tape, sorry, where does the body spray in the corner right over there come in? That body spray was so then they wouldn't smell it when it was in the hallway. So then, they wouldn't find it right away. Like someone wouldn't just walk out and be like, my body smells. I wonder who's dead. So then that wouldn't happen. So overall, this class trial was really good. I'm gonna give it an overall ranking of 18 out of 20. I want to say because the matter was the death. The death was just a bit better. It could have. Alrighty then. Case number 2: Drugs of Truth. A few things about this one. The reactions weren't the best. I get it that Chloe was upset because Mia killed um Alea, and I mean, who wouldn't be upset if their friend killed somebody? Um, yeah, but otherwise than that, the other characters didn't really have any impact on it. Although the reaction was good when they found out that it wasn't Blaze because Mia tried to blame it on Blaze and it didn't work out so good. um, so yeah, the reactions are just 4 out of 5. They're not the best. They could be better. The death, 3 out of 5. It's even lower than the reactions. Um, I know. If you look to the right of your screen, you're gonna see the death right there. Actually, no, you're not gonna see it. Actually, yeah, you are. As you can see, it's right there. I could have been better with that. I could have. Well, not mean better with that, but it just looks like a scrambled mess. Not gonna lie, it looks like a mess. Like, come on, I even sacrificed that. I literally jabbed a knife in that. Not seriously, because if you look back at right here, as I was, yeah, nah. As you can see on the, dang it, lost it. As you can see right there, there's ones and I messed up with it. Yeah, as you can see right there, it's kind of broken. Yeah, it's just a solid death, I guess you could say. And then the execution side of it, it worked with the talent, obviously. Mia Bernini is the ultimate cook. And obviously, what wouldn't be a better execution than just whatever that is? So, I don't really have any words for that one, but yeah. Now then, the murder plan. Perfect. You know, Mia and Leia met up, blah blah blah, talk. Mia killed her. Mia killed her right there. Set all of it up to make it look like Blaze in it. Because Blaze is the ultimate broker. He sells drugs. And Mia killed, actually no, Mia killed Leia with drugs and the hammer was just there to mislead them. Seeing with the little rope thing that was tied to the handle. And the reason that it didn't work out is because they went to her room and they saw the drugs in there. She forgot to hide them somewhere else, which is how she gets caught. But it takes a lot of convincing, a lot of truth, and a lot of scrambling to see who, did what. But I think it's a pretty solid merit plan. So the entire class trial is a 17 out of 20, and that's the second class trial. Alright, and case number 3. Frightened or foe. Frightened, scared, foe, friend. Oh god, what happened? Okay, I just messed that up. Alright. So, reactions were 5 out of 5. Everybody had a good reaction to, everybody had a good reaction to, um, sorry, I have a little pause there, to, Madison's case being rushed and, Evelyn's case being timed out. Madison was, hold it held at gunpoint to not tell anybody, and, she was kind of, Blaze, I'll just say it right up, Blaze did it, but Blaze trying to just, straight up killed her. So, yeah, that's all I have to see for the reaction. The death was 4 out of 5. I I did, however, like Madison. Well, I'm sorry, not case. Madison's death, which Madison's death is right here. She's hollered on blah 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 blah. All right. Oh yeah, and then Joshua. Yeah. I did like Madison's death. That was well, I think it was really good laid out. But Evelyn's case it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it's just it was okay. Execution was even worse. Not gonna lie. Fully just Blaze being forced to pretty much just eat grudge tied up until he's dead. Yeah. But the murder plan was good as well. Um so the murder plan. Blaze wants to get out. Blaze kills Evelyn in a seance ritual. And then Madison walks in. She screams. Blaze begs her not to tell anybody. She confesses, says, blah blah blah, I'm not gonna tell anybody. Blaze kills her anyways. And then makes it look like that she wasn't holding at gunpoint and she was choked and misleading them. And then they're obviously missing in that thing, and they go see where they are, and then they find the body. That was a good murder plan. So overall, chapter 3, 17 out of 20. Sorry, not chapter 3, class trial 3. Next one. Chapter 4, Layers of Hang. And yes, literally. Case 4, Layers of Hang. And yes, literally, Layers of Hang. Physically and seriously. Yeah. Here we go. The reactions were fantastic. I think the entire thing with Mag dying and then Kai killing Matt and then sorry, not Kai. Kai didn't kill Matt. I'm sorry. Rumu killed Matt. Rumu, and then Rumu being a serial killer. It was just a 3 out of 5. It wasn't. Didn't. I didn't enjoy it. I guess you'd say. It was a very low reaction. And now this is the fastest reaction one I went through. So, the death was 5 out of 5. Come on. Who I mean, look, come on, look at this. He was only hanged by Legos. I mean, that's cool. And then there was a blaze in his neck, and then there was a knife at the bottom to mislead them or whatever. That knife was actually originally supposed to be stabbing him in the thigh, but I didn't do it. I mean, come on, that's a cool death. I'm not gonna lie. That's possibly that's one of my favorite deaths in the entire Danganronpa 2. My favorite death out of every series is um Chapter 5, Danganronpa 1. I think I might be in the wrong chapter for that one, but it's one of them. But yeah, this is my favorite death in Danganronpa 2. I will admit. I'll admit I really liked it. But the execution was even worse. And I'm being serious. My man was put on the Lego board that he killed Matt on and was just sliced. And sliced and sliced and sliced until he died instead. Wasn't that good? 1 out of 5. Murder Plan was a 1 out of 5. Literally, um, he just saw Matt and killed him. That's the weakest plan I ever thought. I should have changed it. I should have changed who the killer was. I should have changed who the execution was. So, actually, fun fact, the killer was supposed to be the main character, which is Chris, who is. And Chris is that guy. That's the main character. He was supposed to be the killer for this case. And then I would have kept the death the same. The execution would have been different. The reactions probably would have been made much more better. I should have went my original plan, but I didn't. Oh yeah, and also an original plan, by the way, Matt was not supposed to die in this chapter. It was supposed to be Rumu who was going to die in this chapter, and then Chris who was going to kill Rumu because Chris found out that he was the serial killer. But I didn't go with that plan. I should have went. I should have went with all that my original one. I didn't go. I didn't. I stayed. I stayed with my sad plan. And that's why we call it the weakest Crunch trial ever, because it literally gives a rating of 10 out of 20. Oh shoot. He froze. Yeah, this is 10 out of 20, by the way. Yeah, so it's not the best. Okay, it didn't froze. This is 10 out of 20 if you guys didn't see it. Number 5, Faith of Destiny. And you wish it was your Faith of Destiny. Because it's not your Faith of Destiny. I have no idea what that means, but whatever. And by the way, I did use a random chapter generator name for this one. Seriously, I'm being serious. I didn't come up with this name on my own. Next one. Sorry, not next one. I mean this one. The actions were 5 out of 5. The entire thing with them getting the killer wrong, which was one amazing, to the entire reaction of Kai being the killer and Kai being the mastermind. The entire reaction of knowing that they're all gonna die if they don't find another killer, and then the reaction of Monokuma being sarcastic and lying the entire time to them was perfect for this one. It was just so good. But then we have the death. This is the most saddest death I had ever seen. Does anybody want to explain to me what that is? Tell me that's not bad. Tell me that's not bad. Like, just I should have changed that death. Execution was perfect. How they all get executed and stuff, and then Kai's revealed at the end to win, but spoiler alert, they all don't die. They just wanna. They all don't die. They all don't die. The execution malfunctions at the end, like what you see right here. As soon as they're about to go, I was supposed to chop his head off, and then it just cuts. Yeah, that was good. The murder plan was 5 out of 5. I don't even we didn't explain the murder plan in this one because I feel like it should be secret. I made a murder plan for this, but I'm not gonna tell anybody what it is because it's literally the most unsolvable case in every single out of the entire series. And that's why it's a 5 out of 5. Overall ranking for number 5, 16.5 out of 20. It would have been better. The death was better, but it wasn't. I give it half a point because why not? Chapter 6, Case 6 in Chapter 7. Jacob. Yes, that's seriously the name of it. It's just Jacob. By the way, why did I say 7 and 6? Well, that's because, Chapter 6 is part 1 of Chapter 7, as you can see here, these two right there. Oh yeah, by the way, the murder plan was turned into Mastermind's plan. We're gonna go over this really fast. The reactions were really good too. 1, Jack Taylor being the mastermind. 2, Luke English being the mastermind. 3, Lozina being the mastermind. And then Kai being the mastermind was the biggest one. Death, there's no death. So it's out of 15 this time. Execution was perfect. And by execution, actually there was kind of a death here, but I'm not really done. Actually, no, there wasn't a death because he is alive. Because you guys found it out in the third one. But the execution here was good, Chris goes to see Jacob's grave, blah 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 blah. They all die. They just this part here. They had a boss fight. I'll just play out the boss fight for you. Is there music? There is. I'll just play it out. Actually, that might be copyrighted. I don't think it is. Actually, it probably is. So they're all just going around there. They're ready. Solve some action. Kai pushes into Andrew's truck. Andrew's truck flips over on him, and then Kai is just looking around, doesn't know what to do. The big giant rope thing tangles around his neck, and he starts to be pulled up like that, and then just shoots at him, and then hits the button, and then Kai obviously starts to escape, and then Jack starts using whatever telekinesis power he has and just pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls. And Chris is about to fall off there. And then I believe no. Okay. And then another disc goes flying, and then it hits Jack in the face. Right there, yeah. That was actually a cool trick. Wait, where did I even hit him? Did I hit him in the thigh? I think it did. Should have hit him in the face. Yeah, it did alright. And then Andrew's obviously inside the thing now, and then literally pushes Andrew into him, and then Chris jumps out, and then Kai's dead. That was the best execution I've seen ever. Mastermind playing 5 out of 5, nobody is but to be the mastermind. Best Clash Trial I've ever seen a one. 15 out of 15. Would have been 20, There wasn't really a death.